Yeah, so today we're gonna do a Kundalini set, but it's not like so active as the one we did before. For this one, I want you to concentrate on long, deep breathing, okay? Because we're going to stay in the poses. You're supposed to stay in them for 3 minutes, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stay in them as long as we can do it. So if you need to make adjustments while you're in it, feel free to do that, because there's a couple of them that you haven't done yet. Okay. And they might be a little bit harder, and I'm going to help you with those. Okay. But we're going to start, oh, this is for you. We're going to start in that sitting position and just breathing, okay? So on your knees. I'm going to put this under my knees. This is where we're going to start the breathing. So long, deep inhales. So when I talk about long, deep breaths, does it feel forced to you?
Not anymore.
Okay. So it's almost like you're sipping in air slowly and then just letting it fall out. Okay. Does that make sense? I mean, you could do those are the releasing energy breaths. This is more,
just letting it out.
yeah. So just close your eyes, kind of center yourself. This set is based around, the woman and helping build motivation and confidence. So yeah, mostly I want you focused on the breath, the whole practice. And if you forget, that's okay. We can always the whole idea is you're training yourself to kind of come back to that if a thought tries to draw you away. Go ahead and lean forward. And you take your right leg out in front of you, straight, and then sort of sit on the other foot, or have it going backwards. The angle of the knee is dependent on your flexibility. So this one, we're gonna just kind of slide down towards that foot. Same thing, long, deep breaths. So you'll find your mind trying to pull you out of the poses. That's the feeling that we're trying to really sink into with the breath. Sort of telling our mind, no, there's no need to. We're going to stay here and see what's happening inside of our bodies. Where am I feeling the stretch? Where do I need to pull my awareness? What do I need to let go of and release? Something else you might want to pay attention to too is how changes are happening in your body. So if you're noticing like tremors or vibration or shakiness within a joint, or amount of sensation, like maybe you feel a little bit of pain at first and then that starts to subside as you move through the breath. Come up, we'll switch sides. So, oof. Same thing, just reaching down towards a foot. Trying not to lead with the head. You want to make sure that action is happening in the hip and behind the knee. Long, deep breaths, not short. Try to really elongate the length. Like I said before, letting the air be sort of sipped in gently and then fall out with no force behind it. Come up from that. Just move a little bit. So both legs forward. Now we're going to just kind of slide the hands down along the side. Lift your head up as if you're looking towards or past your feet. And then we're going to slide back up. So kind of go back far enough to where you feel the activation of your lower body here. Nice and slow. Same breath. Take it all the way forward and hold it. If you want to, you can grab your toes. Again, we're trying to pull the chest forward. Go ahead and let your head drop down now. Back up, and then you come to your knees. So this is camel, a version of camel. I'm just going to put this under my knees. Okay, so up on your knees. Hands are going to sort of slide down the back. So the movement is very gentle. So you're just sliding the hands down the hips or the back, and then lifting the chin all the way up, closing the mouth. And that stretches that front part of the neck. And then just sort of bringing your head down a little bit, okay? So it's not a big movement, sort of. And you might feel that in the arch of your back. Long, slow breaths. Come back to neutral. So can you go all the way back? Okay. because we're going to stay there for a minute.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
Yeah, so use that long breath. If you need to, you can widen the stance. That usually helps me too. And we're going to come all the way back to the heels. I have to modify.
Yeah.
So we're going to come back up. Hands in the small of the back. Let's just push the hips forward. Come all the way back to child's pose, but the hands, the palms are going to be back facing up, and then the head is straight forward. Thank you. Come back up. Let's take down dog. So remember, for this one, you're trying to spread the fingers, bring the hips up high. The higher the hips are, then you have that area to where you can press the heels back, stretch the calves. And then allowing the head and neck to kind of fall away from the shoulders. That's the traction, the decompression of that cervical spine. inversions like this, down dog, are great for bringing blood back to the brain too. So we'll go into forward fold here. Grab your elbows. Come all the way up. Let's bring the arms up, push the hips forward. And then kind of widen your arms, bring the elbows back. So we're pushing the chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now bring the hands down behind the back. So you're going to grab your hands, push out and lift the arms up. Lift the chin. Releasing the hands, you're going to step forward. So in this warrior stance with the left foot forward. So the knee is bent. Your left arm is going to be out in front of you like you're holding a bow. This is like archer pose. So like imagine you're drawing a bow back to release an arrow. If you want, you can have your finger pointed, kind of like this. Or easier to hold your hands, but what the motion is, you're going to pull back and come forward, like you're releasing a bow. So imagine you're pulling this bow back, and then releasing, and then grabbing it again. So this balance. So the inspiration for this class is Kundalini, and they do this for 5 minutes on each side. So we're just doing a smaller version of it, but I want to show you. You can do it slow and imagine the strength, because what you're doing is activating the muscle, so that's building the strength. Or you can be doing the building of energy. So you can do yoga in all kinds of ways, right? But try to make it really strong. Pull it all the way back and release. And you have a really strong base. That's the balance part of this pose. And then switch sides. So you'll step up with the right. Get your base. Oh. All right. Ooh.
That actually hurts.
Yeah, so like depending on how you're doing it. Okay, so the next one, it's a shoulder stand. So I'm going to show you, we may have done it in one of the classes before. We're going to hold this one a little bit longer. So the way I do it, or how I initially got into it, if it's hard for you, is rolling, and you might have to just do an alternative version of this, but you kind of roll back and catch yourself on your back here. And the idea is to kind of walk your hands up and make your legs straight. So the alternative version is kind of hold your legs up. You can put your legs up against the wall if you need to do it at home. But we're trying to make ourselves straight.
So more like this, huh?
Yeah. We'll work on building this up for a longer period of time. So now just drop back as far as you can go. This is plow pose. Release slowly as you roll forward. How'd that feel?
Like that.
So that's another inversion. The yogis hold that for a long time. Okay, so let's go Indian style. We're going to take a twist. So turning to the left, looking over the shoulder. Long, deep inhales and exhales. Lift your back arm up. Out. Yeah, there you go. Release and switch sides. Moving to the right. Okay, come back. Now we're gonna move a plow version of that, where you kind of roll back, and then just take your legs and then forward again, nice and slow. And you come up through your legs. Come up all the way back, and then rolling forward. Go ahead and, when you get back up, we're going to go into the cobbler pose all the way forward. Finding that even breath. Coming back up and into cat-cow. So on your knees, all fours. Just moving in between cat-cow. Making sure you're bringing the middle of your back up as high as you can. And then reversing that, dropping the belly button low, bringing the head and the neck up. Now we're going to start to just shift forward and back. Still kind of doing that same motion where we're pushing in and out or up and down, but also moving forward and back. Then you can incorporate any other movements that you might need to do. So taking the hips from side to side, sort of wavering the body and the spine like a snake. Taking the head and the neck around. Whatever feels good, whatever you feel like your body might need. And you'll take your body all the way down to belly on the ground. This is bow pose. So you're going to grab both feet or ankles. And then you're going to lift up as high as you can. Release down. Take the hands down, forehead all the way to the mat. So for the next one, you can keep your palms, the top of your hands, to the floor and your palms up, and you can use those to press up, or you can lift up your body and place your hands under your legs. But all you're going to do is lift up the back part of your body. This is called locus. Release all the way down. Whew. So you notice we're toning a lot of the core, okay? Let's go ahead and move the arms forward and just walk the hands up towards you. Crocodile. Release, and then walk your knees through. We're going to walk our legs through and then lay on our backs. So for this one, you're going to just lift the feet up a little bit and the hands up, and you're sort of bringing. If you have to do this one in pulses, you can like release down and then come back up. Or if you can't lift the feet and you just want to lift the head. We're trying to build our core strength. So the core is where like the solar plexus, and you know, at the beginning of class I said this is for like confidence, so this is moving energy in the core, willpower and confidence and self-worth. Bring the knees up. This is a reverse sort of bicycle movement. So you're going to push your foot out. So you flex the right foot and then bring the leg up straight. And then you switch sides. So kick the foot out with the heel. Lift up. So when you bring that leg up, you want to make your knee straight and try to bring it back as far as you can so you get that stretch on the back of the leg. Now, we're going to lift back up the back of the body and move both legs in that same motion. You don't have to lift it all the way up, no. So you're pedaling backwards, sort of. These are great for like toning the thighs, by the way. Legs come down. Taking the knees side to side. Come back to the center, and then just these slow hip lifts or bridge pose. So lifting up, pressing the small of the back all the way down, and then lifting up. Remember the slow, even breaths. Placing the back flat, you're going to let the left foot come out long and then bring the right foot up, reach on the outside, happy baby or half of happy baby. Bring that leg over to the left. So you're going to place your foot on the floor or close to that. And then leave your right arm out. And just holding there. And we switch sides. So drop the right leg down and straight. Bring that left foot up, grab on the outside. Pulling it over to the side. Keep the right leg down and straight. Bring the leg across. So you're trying to place the foot on the floor, but keep your left arm flat. If you need to use your right arm to hold the foot over, you can do that. And then rolling yourself all the way up. Just to do a few neck rolls. You could sit Indian style if you want. Remember to do both directions. And forward and back. So you're getting all the angles of your neck and the top of your shoulders. Back to center, take the arm across the top. So you're going to grab your right hand with your left hand. Just bring it across the front of your body. How you feeling? Some challenging poses today?
That was really challenging.
Let's do the other side. Always look at it as like a little bit more, a little bit harder. Like me and my friend always say 1% every day, 1%.
That's good. Remind me, I'm going to tell you about this practice.
Oh, okay. All right, so you can get your meditation position. Let me give you some more of this essential oil. It's cold today, isn't it? Do you want my other blanket? Put my socks back on. Okay, taking those entry breaths. So these are the few breaths that are sort of switching you into that meditation mode as you begin to settle your body down and allow yourself to just let go. You had a good practice. Maybe you felt some areas of your body that need some work, but we're building strength. And like I said, it's just a little bit of effort every day. Ends up being a lot of effort over time. And you can apply this mindset to a lot of areas of your life, especially if you've been stagnant in the past or felt unmotivated. taking one step further than you normally would, one breath longer than you normally would, builds on different areas of your life and reaches for the greatest outcome. So as you begin to fall into that space that we love so much, that comfortably numb, most relaxed state, just allow your breath to begin to soften areas of your body. Your shoulders fall gently behind you, releasing any leftover tension they may have from the practice. Muscles in your face begin to release. And soften areas like around your eyes or your forehead. Also gently begin to soften. Every breath that you gently let fall out of your body, and the more relaxed and the more comfortable you become in this space. Breathing and releasing. Giving yourself permission to just let go. There's no need to control anything this moment. And as you're doing this, letting your body release, letting your mind sort of wander. Just imagine the space you're in, the body you inhabit. Your soul's essence. Allow your consciousness to expand beyond that space, beyond the physical form of your body, and start to interpret the space outside of that, just beyond your mat. Every breath that you take, you're just allowing that expansion further away from the form that you know, and the space that you know into the space beyond that space. Letting go of the need to control the movement of your essence in these spaces. Feeling the vast exploration the extension of your essence. Letting it just flow wherever it wants to. Releasing any anchors you may have to the physical realm. Drifting further and further. Deeper than you've been before. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Allow yourself to drift in this space. And begin to draw your essence slowly back from that space. Pulling it back into your physical body. Slowly feeling parts of yourself again as you bring yourself back.
I lost you for a long time there.
Huh?
I lost you for a long time there.
Good.
Oh, you stopped talking, right?
Yeah, for a little
You did,
bit.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, while I was meditating, I know I was meditating, my body jerked this way. And it scared me.
Oh, really?
It's not. Yeah, I was in it and then it jerked and then it got me out of it.
Let's see. Think I ended it? Okay.
So this is in our 4th week, right? This is the starting of a new month already. This week.
Let's see. When did you start?
I don't remember. Where's your little basket?
Oh, I didn't bring it down.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, so your nervous system will
Yeah, it made me jerk a little bit. What was that?
yeah, it'll start to release